Check, check. Can you control the volume there?
I don't think so.
No, that's fine.
I
I think we just stand closer and move the mic.
We're actually we're rolling right now. So
Perfect.
yeah, we should have started this podcast 10 minutes ago when we were talking about all the stuff with Rogers and but we'll cover it today. So welcome back, guys. I know I've been absent from my YouTube channel for quite a while. If you follow me on other social medias, you'll notice we have a young baby girl at home. Rose is 10 months old, going for her baptism this weekend, so it's been quite busy at home. But the last time I went on a sprint on my YouTube channel, the goal was to get from 0 to 1,000 subscribers. And I did that in about 14 months. And since that time, I've been absent. The channel has grown, and I think it's time for me to go on another drive and hopefully this time stick with it and be consistent for, the years to come. So if you're a longtime follower and you haven't seen me upload any videos in the last little while, that's some of the reasons why that hasn't been happening. You'll notice we're in a brand new podcast studio.
Awesome spot.
Yeah, thank you.
Super cool.
So, everything ties back to like that sprint period, right? Chris and I, we started our podcast, La Visite, years and years ago. And then we were looking to up our content quality. And eventually I met this man, Jérémy Prudhomme, worked for CBC. And, he sort of built this incredible business of automated podcast studios. So I partnered up with Jeremy. I'm a very small part of the studio, but I'm very proud to be one of the co-founders of that company. And Jeremy now has 4 studios across Canada, 1 in Ottawa, 3 in Montreal, hopefully Toronto soon, who knows. But if you're looking to record some quality content, go to onpod.io and go check out the rates. Very, very affordable. And if you like to create content, you've got a message to share, this is the place to come and do it. All right.
Quality's key, right?
Quality is amazing.
You say that, you walk in the door and it's just everything is studio quality. It's so easy to use.
Yeah.
I mean, the simplicity of this. We just had someone walk out who clearly had no previous history doing any kind of pod studio.
Yeah.
She said she's been doing this now for 11 months and she's like an absolute rock star in the space.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. And she's got a podcast tied to social politics or something like that. So, I've seen doctors in here, plastic surgeons, accountants, lawyers.
Yeah, they had the premier from New Brunswick.
She had the premier from New Brunswick. We actually had Justin Trudeau's son in here a few weeks ago.
Phenomenal.
And then the leader of the Conservative Party, Pierre Poilievre, has been here a few times. So, all gamuts, like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's just, if you've got a message to share, this is a great spot to do it. Yeah. So back to real estate. We've got a few topics for today that we'd like to cover. Number 1, we're going to talk about what new agents should be doing in this market in 2026 and beyond. If you're a new real estate agent and you're completely lost and you want to know what you need to do in order to achieve success and achieve success rapidly, we've got you covered. We'll talk about that. After that, we'll jump to what is the Bank of Canada holding steady rates? What does that mean for the real estate market, for the entirety of Canada? And number 3, we're going to talk about a hot topic right now. Rogers Telecommunications is set to lay off about 10,000 employees. And we're going to dive into maybe some speculation as to why that's happening.
All kinds of stuff going on.
Nothing verified.
No,
it's just
opinion.
Totally just us. Conspiracy talk, but we'll explore that topic and hopefully we'll have some fun. Cool. So to my left, I've got Lucas Smith, a longtime friend, colleague here at eXp Realty. We do co-list a lot of properties. Love working with you, man.
You too, man.
It's been
doesn't feel like work. We've always said that, right?
It's been a great adventure, and I'm super happy to be co-listing stuff with you. Like, you've got a lot of knowledge about the real estate market, and you're more in the west end of the city. And
I'm more in the west end. And that's what's nice with you and I. We both realized through our careers we don't want to be driving 2 hours to take listings, and nor do you want to, right? I think it touches on the new agent side of things, where the number one thing I often say to agents is like, where do you want to concentrate? Where do you want to do your business? Where do you want to set up shop? Because you can't know the whole city.
Of course.
I mean, maybe in a smaller town that you can do that and have an hour and a half gap between areas, but I'll be the first one to tell you that, I mean, you go east of the 417 split and I'm not the guy, right? I mean, there's no way you can know that market well enough to handle that client. And then same vice versa.
It's better service.
It is. And that's the goal. Like if you have to go and look up the information, I mean, that's not good service.
No.
And you and I both know that as much as we are marketing gurus, you know what I mean? The bottom line is we're negotiation.
Yes.
We're masters in negotiation. And if I'm negotiating against someone in a situation where they don't know the product as well as I do, where I can bring up numerous examples as to why my price makes more sense, you're going to obviously steer that person towards the price point where you're at in both directions, whether you're buying or listing. So.
And all your knowledge and all your contacts in that area. Like we just did it, we're working on a current deal right now in Richmond, Ontario, which is just outside Barrhaven.
Yep.
Some of the circuits in the house weren't working, and we needed an electrician, like ASAP. I don't know anybody in that area, but Lucas,
phone call.
He's got some buddies there, and it's the same thing for me in the East, right? And it's important to know people in your area. And another case in point is, I just closed a deal yesterday, and my client wants to have a glass of champagne with me.
Yeah.
Right? It's 5 minutes from my house.
Perfect.
And if it wasn't 5 minutes from my house, it's something that I would like to do, go celebrate the sale. But then I probably couldn't go.
Yeah.
But like if you're working in your area, then you can go hang out with your client post-closing. And they can give you a call and say, hey, man, I need a landscaper. I've called 3 landscaping companies. They're not getting back to me. It's no problem. I got you.
Yeah.
I got this guy.
Well, on that perfect example, when you're a new agent, I always say, and again, take this with a grain of salt, that you have numerous people that are in your sphere.
Yes.
Right? So you have your clients and your friends, right? You have obviously the people that you converse with regularly that are going to think out for you, but also understanding that those tradespeople and the people that you use on a regular basis that you're trusting and sending into homes, you should have a Rolodex of your top 2 of every trade there is out there.
Yeah.
From lawyer to doctor to construction to dog walker to you name it. ChatGPT a list of the top 50 professions that you're going to get asked questions about and make them your friend.
Yeah.
Because when they're thinking of their friend that's going to sell a home or someone else, if you've been so professional and so polite to them over the years, you get that call. Right. So, but to your point, in location wise, I mean, that electrician, he was booked solid for a week and a half. He had no room at all.
Need a favor.
I need a favor.
Yeah.
I got to call one in here. I know I'm calling you on Wednesday. I need you in there tomorrow because I have an inspection that's going in shortly thereafter. And we want to make sure everything's perfect.
No problem.
You know what I mean? And we're flipping a breaker. So do us a favor, make it right. And again, highly trained professional comes back in 2 seconds. Like, this is the exact problem. I'll have it fixed in no time.
So for the new agents that are listening, this is step number 1 in your business. And you've heard me talk about this on my channel, building your A-team. And Lucas gave some great tips there.
100%.
We're going to talk about AI a bit further down the list because I think it's important. But to build your A-team, maybe you want to hop on a ChatGPT like Lucas said. Ask what are the top 50 professions that a real estate agent might need in their day-to-day business and start right from the top. Yeah. Banker. And then the banker is a special one. We're in Canada. We've got the 5 major banks. We got La Caisse Populaire. You should have a contact at each and every single bank.
Of course.
And that's one of the first activities I did when I moved to a new market center in Hawkesbury. Is, one afternoon, I just walked down Main Street and I hit the National Bank. Then I went to CIBC. And then I went to BMO. And then I went to La Caisse Populaire. I would have gone to the other banks, but there was no banks for RBC in town or Scotiabank. And that ended up getting me 2 brokers at National Bank that probably sent me 10 deals in that first year, right? Because I was interested in helping out their business. I referred business to them, right? You're probably going to refer more business to those bankers than they will give back to you. But
always the case.
It's good for you to go out there. And then lawyers are the other one.
On your bank point, keep in mind the clients that you're dealing with when you ask them, do you have a financial provider? Oh, I always deal with Scotia, or I always deal with RBC. Perfect. In a town that probably most people by a first name, when they have a little bit of difficulty because they don't talk to that mortgage person every day, they don't talk to the teller every day, they go to a bank machine.
Mm-hmm.
You're in that office at least once a month. You have a first name relationship. You're having lunch and you say, perfect. Oh, you're dealing with so-and-so? Excellent. I'll give them a call as well. I'll make sure that if they have any questions, they can reach out to me
Yeah.
directly. You just make the transaction simpler. Like that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
And having that relationship, also that level of professionalism that your client now thinks you know every single person
Yeah.
in the world, right? Because every person they name, they're like, have you used? And the ones that you don't know them yet. You will know them in the next 3 weeks before this transaction closes very intimately.
Yes.
And you'll get a great relationship with them moving forward. And you just add them then to the list, right?
Yeah.
And you see the same names. Like,
Of
let's
course.
be honest, it's not.
Well, if your client's
pretty
saying,
rare.
"Oh, I'm having difficulties at Scotiabank getting a hold of my financial advisor,"
1 second.
it's like, yeah, I'll call my girl or my guy on the inside,
Yeah.
and then we'll get you covered.
Yeah.
And stuff like that will set you apart from other real estate agents.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, those bankers are important, but like go down the list of the tradespeople: plumber, electricians, roofers, landscapers. All the trades. You should have at least one contact.
I found for me the reason why the trades have been such an asset, and this is for the new agents, of course. When you're doing a transaction, no home is perfect,
Of course.
right? So it's twofold. One, if your client wants to modify anything, sometimes you'll look at 15 homes, and I think that's too many. There was probably 1 or 2 that were in that list that you could have made what they wanted
Yeah.
for a smaller dollar value than perhaps what they're trying to find the home run, or even over time make it into their own. So there's a trust factor there, knowing that the transaction is going to happen today, but in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, while you're keeping in contact with them, you're going to give them the people they need to make that house a home.
Yeah.
But also, too, when you get into a transaction sometimes with a newer agent that doesn't know a lot of construction or doesn't have that background, and they get a building inspection, or their client comes to them and says, oh, there's a major crack in the foundation. I mean, this is going to be $50,000. You don't know that,
No.
right? And I always say, could be 50, could be 500. Just give me 3 minutes. I'm just going to get a professional contractor in there.
Yeah.
We'll get a foundation. We'll get a parging person in there. We'll take a look. If you want to be present, please do come,
Yes.
right? Because it was something we obviously didn't see, or we would have disclosed it. Let's talk about it. It doesn't have to be a negative.
True.
It just has to get a solution.
Yeah.
And so when you go together and show them, listen, if you ever have a foundation issue again, please call these people.
Yeah.
They're the highly trained professionals that we bring in, and everybody sleeps better.
Yeah.
I'm not going to guess. I'm not in the foundation business. I'm not in the mechanical HVAC. Like I'm not in those industries daily. I don't have all the answers. I know the guy who has the answers that we can bring in.
Yes.
And he'll give you an actual quote as to what anything costs. I love it when an agent comes to me. Listen, this came up on the building inspection. Looks like I have a bit of an HVAC issue. Looks like we have a little bit of a drainage issue here. Looks like these ones don't concern us.
Yeah.
That's just over time. It's the age of the home. These ones are a little bit bigger ticket.
Yeah.
I'm going to get back in here, bring a highly trained professional. Is that okay? Our guy.
Yeah.
Get an actual price. I'll come back to you with a quote. Perfect.
And everything's taken care of.
Let me know what you need.
Yeah.
My clients are going to sleep better. Your clients are going to sleep better. Get it to the finish line.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a level of that.
Having your contacts
Expertise.
in all of those expertise fields will make a big difference.
Yeah.
It'll up your level of service, and it might also generate some referrals for you down the road.
Mm-hmm.
If the contractors or the expert in their field likes your service, they might send you some business. And, you're going to build a list of 50 different professions. There's a good chance that you might get some referrals from that business. Recently, in the last few months, I've gotten 3 referrals from a financial advisor. He likes the way I run my business.
Yeah.
We helped one of their clients list the house yesterday.
This week.
And, just they like our business.
They do. And they like, I think, the communication
Yeah.
that we have with them, right? Them knowing it's so important. Like
Yeah.
when you hand me a client, when I hand you a client, when we do different things, you just want to know that they're taken care of with the
Thanks for the referral.
same level. Yeah.
I met with your referral last
I'm on
night. Here's what's going on.
Absolutely.
We got a bit of a hurdle to get through this, but
Yeah.
don't worry, we'll take care of them. And
Yeah.
when somebody sends you a referral, do follow up with the person that sent you the referral. Just not the actual referral. That's almost as important. Number 2 would be to tap into your sphere of influence. You've got a life before real estate. Maybe you're a waiter. Maybe you're coming out of high school. I don't care what you were doing before real estate, but you've got at least 36 people. Why do I say 36? Because that's 3 people for every month of the year, right? Easy to put together. I don't care if those people are family members, friends, parents of friends. It could be your doctor. It could be your accountant. Like, put people on your sphere of influence and start marketing to them in somewhat of a consistent fashion. One low-hanging fruit that I've done in the past, and I wish I would have known this early in my career 20 years ago. What I did in slow times of my career is I've provided unsolicited CMAs. And what does that mean? It means that, okay, I know that Uncle Bob lives at 123 Smith Street. I just saw a transaction on Smith Street, and I'm going to pull that transaction. I'm going to put it in an envelope. I'm going to write a little letter. I'll just say, hey, Uncle Bob, I noticed that your neighbor's property sold for $860, was listed at $840. Lots of activity in your neighborhood. I thought you might find this interesting. You put it in the mail. Nobody sends stuff through the mail these days. Nobody sends stuff through the mail with a handwritten note. That's going to make you stand out even more. And what's going to happen? Your Uncle Bob might not list his property. He might not be looking to sell. And maybe he wouldn't even deal with you because he still thinks of you as, the nephew that worked in the car salesman or the nephew that's in high school. But he's probably going to be out cutting the grass. He's going to be out shoveling the driveway in the winter. He's going to see his neighbor and he's going to say, hey, John down the street, he sold his house for $860. Did you know that? And then the neighbor might be thinking about selling. And if you do that with 36 people in your sphere of influence, you've created walking billboards for your business. You're providing value to people. And I've done this multiple times in my business when I had slower months, and it's always generated opportunities for me, right?
Always. That's funny that you say 36. We must have taken something. That's my number.
36.
It's bang on.
36 to life.
36 to, is it 36 to life?
36.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what it was that we took back in the day. That 36 is my number.
So that's from Hank.
Oh, it's a Vink.
Hank Avon. Yeah. And I used to have a big team, and we had 55 listings active at one point.
Wow.
And, running 200 deals per year, over 200 deals per year, and maybe that's the life that some agents want, but I just noticed that there was a law of diminishing returns. Yeah. Right? I didn't enjoy my business. But now if I can aim for 36 transactions and I can keep a database of my 36 A++ clients, right, it's easy for me to deal with those people. I love dealing with those people. Yeah. And if somebody has transacted with me and we didn't see eye to eye and I didn't like the way that they handled their business, maybe they were trying to hide some stuff during the transaction, then they come off the 36 A+.
You don't have to stay on the list.
They go to the second line, which is still an A client.
Sure.
And we'll still try to do business together, but, I won't be marketing as actively to them.
Yeah, on that 36 note, it's funny when you sit down, I remember as a new agent, coming up with 36 people that are going to be your viper in the field seemed so hard. And now, to your point, that 36 is there, and it's a staple client list over time. And you're right, you substitute and remove and replace. But to your exact point of that contact with those people, call them, wish them happy birthday, right? I mean, how are things going? How is this going? You know what I mean? It's that constant contact with those people. I found my 36, I spend at least half of them, if not more, I just am with them.
Well, some of those...
those are just my friends, right?
Some of the dudes in there are probably the guys that you're hanging out with.
100%.
Having a beer.
100%.
I've got you in my 30s.
Me too.
Yeah.
You made the cut.
Yeah, right on, man. And Chris, another one of our colleagues, is in my 36. And, they're just people that we hang out with. Absolutely. Regardless. And other agents can be part of your sphere, by the way. There's a lot of competition, mindset that comes with starting in this business. Don't be afraid. If you've got the opportunity, come and hang out at the office or go and hang out at your office if you're a new agent. Yeah. If there's a bullpen area like we have here, you're going to hear other realtors talk about opportunities. And there's going to be some realtors in that bullpen that are flooded with business, and they might get a showing request for their listing on a Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. And that's the only time the prospect can go. But that agent is busy hosting an open house. They're going to say, hey, I know you're new in the business. Would you mind taking this buyer out? And then you work out a deal with them. Do they want to refer you that buyer? Do they want to split that buyer? Do they want to pay you $150 to go show? Like, there's opportunities in hanging out with other realtors. Make sure they are the right realtors, right?
Yeah. So funny. I had an agent the other day, a West End agent. You just put a post on one of the groups that was on social media. Just, is there anybody that can do a showing in Arnprior? And I'm literally driving past. He says, I need it in 15 minutes. I've had an emergency. I'm out in the East End. I just texted, I'll take that for you. He's like, no, really? I'm like, yeah, 100%. I'm literally driving right past now. I'll grab a box of fries at Wes's and jump in, grab a box of fries and go show the property. He's like, hey, listen, you helped me out so much. I'm like, no problem.
Yeah.
There'll come a time where I'll be in a similar jam, something will happen. And we're not immune to, things happening within our schedule throughout the day. And unfortunately, with our business, they are sometimes really time sensitive, the things we need to see. Like if it's a hot property, it's not COVID piping hot like it was where we would have 45, showings coming through in half an hour and it looks like a parking jam.
Well, there's a great property, like a 6-unit for $800,000 that's just got listed in Bourget. And on Champlain. Yeah. And hopefully this doesn't get shared too quickly and then I create my own competition. Yeah. But no, I wanted to go Saturday and
it's gone.
Showing was refused. And then they said Sunday is available for showings. That's when the tenants are letting people in. My client is coming in from Montreal. He's here for the weekend. I've got my girl's baptism this weekend. I can't go. Called one of our colleagues. No problem.
Need a hand.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
So lean on your colleagues. And our group, our EXP1 group, like
they're phenomenal.
We've got coverage, throughout Ottawa, from West End all the way to the eastern frontier. We started to add on some agents in Montreal, two new agents hopping on board in Quebec. But if you're looking for a dynamic group, we are outperforming board statistics 3-1.
Yeah.
So our agents are selling 3 times more property than the average agent. And if you are shopping for your next brokerage, wherever you are, if you're in Ottawa, great, but we've got a footprint in Alberta. We're starting to have a footprint in the Maritimes. We've got some agents in Florida now. So our group is all about that kumbaya. It's all about that helping each other out. It's all about, I've got a referral for Austin, Texas. Who do you know there? Yeah. It takes 10 minutes. We're sharing ideas. We're saying, oh, we dealt with this guy. We dealt with this lady.
On that point of new agents, like we've just onboarded quite a few new agents. One of them was a very close friend of mine. I remember her telling me just very clearly, like those conversation groups where you get agents with a lot of experience, again, there's no gauge in that, but you'll put a question and within 10 minutes you'll get an answer.
From multiple agents.
From multiple people.
Yeah.
And they're all great answers.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you guys just want to sit in front of your phone for 15 minutes and ask any question that you want to ask that you're having trouble with, you're going to get a response.
Oh, yes.
And a great one.
Backed up by experience.
And I'm looking through the responses going, yep, that's what I would have said. Oh, that's a great answer. Oh, no, but that makes sense. I see where they're going with that, right? And you have those responses that make it so simple. And even like properties. How many times have you seen in the last week, somebody's like, I've seen everything on MLS. Does anybody have this?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I got something coming up. Agents that know perhaps there's something coming down the pipe or an agent or something coming back online.
I can think of one example this week where an agent has said, I've looked at everything. And then one of our busy realtors says, oh, I've got this coming up. And it's also going to have a price reduction, in the next week.
Yeah.
So you're getting, information before it's available in the market. True. So you've got that inside track.
And even like you think of how many exclusives you have in your back pocket right now.
So many.
Right? Like me too. I know these guys aren't selling till next year, but if the right person came up the driveway and I said, hey guys, if I can put 2 exclusives together, it just happens that way, right? Like they're not listed. I know the people. I know they're selling. My clientele tends to plan out at least a year in advance.
Yeah.
They just do, if not 2 years in advance. And then you have agents that are brand new that are asking, like, I've seen everything in these neighborhoods. I want to get on this street. I want to get into this section of town.
Yeah.
I'm getting posted. I have a new job opportunity. I can't listen.
Funny you say that. I've got a client that wants to sell. They're just not quite ready, but
Not quite ready, but
they would take a closing in November.
It could be.
You know?
When are you taking the new job?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, I'm taking it December 1st. There's no point in me even looking right now.
Yeah, and they didn't.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah. Longer closings do happen.
Big time.
And number 3, it's 2026. It's a new world out there. You gotta integrate AI. If I'm speaking to the younger generation, you're probably well aware of this fact. If you're a real estate agent that's starting from, this is your second career or third career, maybe you're a bit hesitant to jump into the AI craze. I certainly was, because I've been selling real estate for, going on almost 20 years. I don't need to implement that. It's going to cheapen my service. And about 4 months ago, I really dove in, and man, it's crazy how much better of a real estate agent I am. It's crazy how much I enjoy communicating with my clients even more, because all the stuff that I didn't enjoy doing, I am now, automating. And some of the stuff I am completely automating. So if you're a new realtor, what are some of the things that you could do in order to use AI? Maybe let's start with what you've been using it for, because I know you're implementing it at a high level.
It's strong at a high level. So I think the big thing is the learning phase is almost over at this point. Like, I'm at a point where I think I'm gauging where I need to be. I'll master that and then move forward, because there's a lot of information that you can try and take on, and I don't agree with taking on too much at a certain time. But get good at one program. And I find a lot of people, they can be overwhelmed. You got Gemini, you got ChatGPT, you've got, all these different programs. What's going to work best for my business? Get good at one, right? Start there and work that strong. Right now, the amount that we're using AI from whether it be CMA, market analysis at a very fast, high level on our handhelds while we're driving around neighborhoods. Like, I can go literally knock on a door and ask someone, do you want to know what the equity is in your home today? And within 7 minutes of having a conversation with them, I can pull that information, logo, deckled, ready. And now we can take that information, we can put it into digital assets where we can create videos, we can do what we want with that. And again, we've set the right building blocks for it. I like that AI now has the capability to create agents, where we can literally have a financial agent, we can have this agent within the AI structure itself, and you can build them almost like real people, and they are the masters of that domain as to what you want them to do. And
are you following anybody on the AI front, like on YouTube or?
No one in particular, I would say. I'm more
you shop around
solution based.
Channels?
So like I try and I have a problem or I have an issue.
Hi, how's it going?
I know what I want to do, and so then I feed that into the AI, and it'll give me 3 or 4 different availability of what I need to look at to complete that.
Right
That's huge, because I also find that there's no question, or like, I would say if there's 3 levels, I'm a level 2. And just becoming a level 2 in the AI, and my AI journey, if you will.
What's the top level?
Level 3. Level 3 is when you are capable of actually having it build, write the software, do the coding, where I'm creating.
Oh, that's from the Tony Robbins.
Yeah. And
so that's a good resource for agents. Like, that's
huge.
There's a live stream from Tony Robbins.
It's still on.
You
can find it on YouTube.
It was a 3-day event. We were live streaming it at the office.
I thought it was great.
But we've got some more clients coming into the studio here. We'll be about 10 minutes. I messaged Jeremy. So, if you're not doing podcasting, you got to start doing podcasting, guys. Like, this place is getting busy, and it's a great way to share your message. So, bonus tip number 4, do some type of content creation. And podcasting is one of those best ways to explain yourself in a long form content like this.
Some people have difficulty talking. You and I are not those people. But I just always say too, AI will help you with any of that.
Well, on that point of people that are afraid of the camera, I've had a few coaching clients that were like, I don't want to be in front of the camera. I said, well, start a new Instagram, go post into the abyss.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching you. I guarantee you, if you've got no followers, so just talking to the camera,
Get comfortable.
have it out there, you know, that it can be found, but like your best friend's not going to, laugh at you or make fun of you. You're not going to get any type of,
People
negative
want to help.
Yeah.
Have that info for anybody new. Everybody wants to help you.
And if somebody does destroy you in the comments, it's good engagement.
Only thing worse than bad press is no press.
Exactly.
So be good at it.
So 3 tips for new agents. We've got building your A team, all the experts in your field. Number 2, build your 36 preferred people, your A++ clients, people that are most likely to refer you. Yeah. Number 3, implement AI. And number 4, do some type of content creation. 2 topics to cover here real quick at the end. Bank of Canada holding rates. What have you seen it do to the market?
It's held a sort of our market. I think if they would have went any other direction than that, it would have flattened out our spring market fairly heavily. I mean, still the number one concern when anyone's buying anything is whether or not they can afford it.
Yeah.
And so, again, have the highest trained professional that you're working with in those fields. I always say that you may get an opinion from one mortgage person that may not be in direct line with what you're trying to accomplish. Always give the most information you can to your mortgage person. Like really open up what your plan is, because there's so many different products out there. There's so much different flexibility. It's not all about the rate. It's the rate and everything else that comes with it.
And the price.
And the price. And so I always just say, like, really have that relationship and find someone who easy to talk to and matches your kind of level of what you want to disclose and where you're at.
I think it's taken the buyers that were in the sidelines waiting for lower rates, and it's activated them.
Yeah.
The smart ones are seeing, okay, well, the market is probably as low as it's going to get. We've got the HST rebate from new home builders.
Huge. We'll do another whole level on that.
We've got Tiff Macklin saying that the rates will probably stay stable for a little while, right? Mm-hmm. And we're probably at the low point of the market. The interest rates are affordable, 3.84, 4.1 for 5 years, nothing bad. And I don't think that prices will skyrocket, but I really think that we're at the low point right now for the market.
I would agree.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think that, again, too, there's an ample enough. I don't think the rates are going to move the meter. I think our level of inventory is probably, like, if you're looking for a decent price in certain areas, there's more inventory right now. Yeah. Obviously, it's the spring market. There are some homes that still haven't moved throughout the winter months. It's a long winter. You're going to run into sort of an affordability that we're at right now that I think is great for people to get out there, take a look, see what you can get dollar for dollar.
Tip for buyers, it's the right time to buy. You've got lots of stuff that you can look at. Tip for sellers, price aggressively.
Big time.
Look at the market and really pay attention to what's active on your street. And make sure that you're the best property at the best price and that you've got the best agent, because you need all 3 of those to align for you to have a successful transaction. If you're putting up a sale sign for sale by owner, you've got the best price and the best property, and nobody knows about it, it won't work.
No.
If you've got the nicest house and the best agent, but your price is $200,000, like those 3 things need to be aligned. Exposure, the quality of your home, and the price of your home, they all need to be aligned.
We've had some pretty good conversations with clients, you and I, actually, on just recent
conversations,
listing presentations where it's like, listen, we're at this price. And they're like, well, we have another agent that's going to list it $90,000, $100,000 more than that, and we're going to go with them. And our answer to that's simple. We think you should.
Yeah. Go list with somebody
right?
else.
Like I hope you come back, but I wouldn't, that's not where you want to be.
It's better to be the second agent in than the guy that lists it and has it expired, and you're hounding the clients for reductions and reductions and reduction. Reductions are a part of this market. Just be aware of that, because you can't pinpoint a price with 100% accuracy. But if you know something is overpriced, make sure you share that with your sellers right off the bat.
There's good lines and there's good conversation points for agents around that. If you're having difficulty having those, there's a million. I use the word scripts, and you'll hear it often when I'm talking to other agents. I strongly believe that there's a script out there that you can make your own for everything. for every situation, and you should do that. You're not a robot, but at the same time, you're having the similar conversations with really good talking points.
Yeah.
One I've always said when we're talking about price, and I said to a client the other day, is understanding that this price reduction is because we were both in agreement that if we would have listed the property for this price and it sold in one day, that we would have always asked whether or not we could have gotten more.
Yeah.
And so we listed at the other price, knowing that if we didn't have the level of activity that we needed within a certain length of time, that we would be here. Mm-hmm. So it's an easy conversation, but we had that
sometimes.
We had that conversation at the start.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not having it halfway through and wondering where it's going to end up. I think it's communication at the front end is really important.
Communication is key. Yeah. Like my favorite updates to do and the most well-received updates that I give my clients are the no updates.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Mr. Seller, I just want you to know we've shared your listing on this platform, this platform, this platform. We've refreshed all of your marketing.
Yeah.
Got no activity on it. I just wanted to give you an update saying that we're working on your file. But unfortunately, there's no new developments happening right now. But I just wanted you to know that we're on it. And sellers love that stuff because other agents that they've been working with, they might go a month and a half without hearing from their realtor, and then they're wondering what's going on. Let them know. Let them know you're on the case. If you don't let them know, they think that you're not doing anything.
And on that one, just small pet peeve of marketing, if it snows and it melts and it snows and it melts in the spring, like our springs do, I want to see 4 different photos on there. I mean, I'm serious. Change those front photos. I'm telling you, if you have to send the photographers back 9 times, I don't care.
I'm sending a photographer out right now for the snow melt.
100%.
But
I mean, if it's now the snow's off the ground, when I see a property that's got snow in the lead photo.
Oh, geez, don't go through my listing.
Yeah, I'm after you.
Yeah.
No.
I go, but I am sending out the photographer next Wednesday to do the spring photos.
AI.
You don't want to dispatch them too early.
No, it's
okay,
true.
Last topic, real quick, 2 minutes. Rogers set to lay off 10,000 employees in Canada.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Like, have you found that the cell phone reception's been going down?
So it's crazy. You and I talk all the time on the phone. Often we're driving, and we know the low spots of the city. But the dropped calls, for one, the quality of the communication, and even my home internet, I find right now, is poor. And I don't have a solution for it. Again, not the tech guy. But what I really notice is the quality of the communication.
And it's not just Rogers.
No, not at all. I'm cell phone one, home another, and they're both in a poor field. But what I do definitely notice is to get that resolved is almost an impossibility.
Because they need to spend money on towers. They
100%.
Need to upgrade their stuff.
Yeah, and like we're looking at 10,000 people. So maybe I'll just take it separate. My opinion is if we have 10,000 people that are probably going to be that white collar IT side of it, I'm assuming Toronto, Ottawa is going to be heavy hubs for that. There's going to be obviously some turmoil that goes through. I think they're first to do it. I think this is the first big wave, but I don't think they're the last to do it.
Well, Bell Media has been laying off people on the media front for years and years.
Nothing that severe though. That's pretty crazy.
No, on the media side.
On the media side, sorry. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then TELUS will probably do the same.
Probably.
I think that they see a big change coming. Probably SpaceX will probably have their own cell phone coming out, and then it's going to wipe out the competition because they're not spending money on upgrading their systems.
Yeah, I don't.
So there's a competitor that's coming down. Verizon once tried to get in here years ago.
They competition bureau. They get blocked out.
I guess it's too highly regulated or regulated.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it didn't work out. But interesting times ahead. Let's wrap up. Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you've made it all the way to the end, maybe tell us what tip number 5 should be for new real estate agents that start out in the industry. If you think we forgot something, if you think our ideas are whack, make sure you share that in the comments.
No problem.
And one more thing, positive side, if you've implemented anything of this, any of our tips, and it's worked for you, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section, YouTube or Spotify.
It's a big thing on YouTube, obviously, the comment section. So if you want to see something, I know, Murray, you're going to do many more of these, and thank you for having me on. You know what I mean? I love coming and talking when I get an opportunity. If you get an opportunity to leave a comment, there's something that we didn't cover or that you'd like to see covered as a topic, please Lay it out, because I know you got amazing guests that you can pull in. You're always so good at getting the professionals in. It's huge. And if it's something that somebody can follow in succession and see that progression, we'd really like to hear about it. I mean, new agents, they're the bloodline of our life, right? I mean, they really do. Their energy and their expertise is so much fun.
And if you're interested at looking at EXP as a business model for your career, reach out to Lucas, Lucas Smith, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, Lucas Smith's signature, guys. I'm real easy to find. LucasSmith.ca. I'll respond to you in 2 seconds, and I'm always here.
And I've seen Lucas mentor new agents, and he's next level, man. The agents that he's training, they find success, and they really appreciate you.
You're awesome.
So right on. Okay, click like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we're signing off. I'll be back next week with a new episode. Ciao for now.
Awesome.